Waiting for this post-fight press conference late on a Saturday night. So the ring never lies. Never lies. I was excited about I was excited as anyone about this fight. And it's incredible that this fight became so big when you think about the fact that Ryan Garcia had no resume. And I don't mean that as a diss. His biggest accomplishment was Jimmy Lennon announcing him as the former interim lightweight champion. So you're not even a champion when you're an interim champion. But you always have the chance to prove yourself on fight night. Garcia had no resume. He had no resume. But nonetheless, this became a big fight because of social media. And I'm glad it became a big fight because it was good for boxing. There was a lot of excitement. This got people, casual fans, excited about the fight. But the ring tells the truth. And everything Tank Davis said was true. He said Garcia only had a left hook. Bruce Gas. Levels. Yeah, man. Yeah, there's levels. There's levels to this. And everything Tank said was true. Tank said all he had was a left hook. That's all he had. He didn't have a jab. He landed maybe two decent right hands, but he couldn't land that left hook, and he did no damage. And in that second round, I thought Garcia won the first. In the second round, he started to get aggressive because Tank wasn't throwing punches. And you could see it. You could see it coming that he was getting set up because he's jumping in with these shots, and Tank caught him. Tank is such a complete fighter, so much better than Garcia will ever be. And there's a lot of rumors, and I'm not one for rumors, but um, there's a lot of rumors about Garcia that he really doesn't have the heart for fighting, that he really doesn't want to fight. I don't think I believe that, but Garcia just showed that he was not ready for this stage, and part of it is being on the stage and how you perform under the lights. And he didn't perform, but most importantly, I don't think Tank Davis let him perform. Tank just Here's what's funny. That was one of Tank Davis's easiest fights. If you've been watching his fights, he's usually a slow starter. Mario Barrios was ahead of him. His last fight against Garcia was ahead of him early. Even Rolly Romero, well, I don't think Rolly was ahead, but I think the scorecards were close when Romero got dropped. So Tank usually has a hard, he's usually a slow starter. Not tonight. Not tonight. And he barely threw any punches, but what he threw landed. It was one of Tank's easiest fights. So I don't want to say that Garcia was exposed, but Garcia, there was only one great fighter in the ring tonight, and that was Tank. Will Garcia ever be a great fighter? I don't know. He's nowhere close to it now. He's never been a champion. And is this live or am I asleep? Yeah, this is live, Bruce. Um, Garcia has never been a champion. In this day and age of four belts where almost everyone can become a champion, he's never been a champion. So what does that say? What does it say that Golden Boy Promotions never matched Garcia up really tough? Because Garcia's biggest win was against Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell is best known for losing his big fights. He lost to Lomachenko, he lost some other fights, but he loses his big fights. Larry Merchant, way back in the day, said, beware of a fighter who's made his reputation off a fight he lost, meaning he fought tough but lost. Beware of a fighter like that. He said that about Razor Ruddock. Back in the day, Razor Ruddock had two really, really tough fights with Mike Tyson. He lost both those fights. He fights Lennox Lewis and he gets smoked. So, it is what it is. The better fighter won. Only one great fighter in that ring tonight. Every fighter that steps into the ring has heart. So um, Garcia has a ton of heart. Garcia is just not a great fighter. He's a he's an internet sensation. He's a social media sensation. He's got a lot of followers. And again, those followers helped turn this into a big fight. And I'm glad that they did. This is a new era. This is a new era, and social media plays a big part. And that social media got him this fight. And he does have skills. You can see he's got some power. He's got some speed, but that's just not enough when you're in the ring with a great fighter. He can get by against any other fighter except when a great fighter steps into the ring. And Tank Davis is a great fighter. Again, this is this was one of Tank's out of, I don't know, the last 6, 7, 8 fights that Tank's fought. This is probably his easiest fight. I think Leo Santa Cruz gave him a tougher fight than Garcia gave him. I mean, everything he did was nullified. And Tank kept saying all he has is a left hook. He's not a complete fighter. Guess what? All he had was a left hook, which he couldn't land. He is not a complete fighter. Tank Davis was right. So, um, I guess I'm about to jump off, try and check this post-fight press conference out. But it was look, it was still an exciting night. I mean, anytime there's a big fight and there's excitement, I think it's great for boxing. That place was packed. There were fans for both fighters. Hopefully, it did well on the pay-per-view side. Seeing all the big, big boxing celebrities in the crowd, it was an exciting night, and I was pumped when that bell rang. But as the ring, the ring tells the truth, and you saw what happened. Who won the fight, and it was apparent to me after that second round who was going to win the fight, because he knocked Garcia down, and Garcia stopped throwing those wild shots because he knew he could be counted. So April 22nd, Showtime pay-per-view, Tank Davis, 7th round knockout over Ryan Garcia. Now, what's next for Tank Davis? He gets sentenced in a few weeks. So I guess we'll see what happens then. That's another thing that's incredible about Tank Davis, that he's already pled guilty. He's not going to trial. He pled guilty. So there'll be some kind of punishment, some kind of ramifications from his court case. He was able to compartmentalize everything, not bring that into the ring, and just take care of business. That's incredible that he was able to do that. So, that's we'll see what happens with that situation. And the law is the law, and I guess we'll see what happens. So the next big thing for him is May. I think it's the first week of May. He gets sentenced. So we'll see what's next for Tank Davis. I know the next fight that I'm waiting for is Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko. Now, Vasily Lomachenko obviously is the opponent, like Garcia was the opponent. Vasily Lomachenko is an accomplished fighter. He's got a resume. He's got 2 gold medals. He's got 3 world titles. Ryan Garcia had none of that. I'm just bringing up a point that your resume means something. It shows you accomplished something. Ryan Garcia, I'm not a hater, and I'm not a hater. I like Ryan Garcia. I think he's a good fighter, but he's got nothing on his record to suggest that he is a great fighter. Again. Jimmy Lennon announced him as the former interim champion, former interim lightweight champion. So interim, this is a reason where boxing sucks. The hell is an interim champion? Why do we have interim championships? Because so those organizations can make money off those belts. But anyway, May 20th, Devin Haney, 24 years old. Vasily Lomachenko, 35 years old. Lomachenko says he's in it because there's only one thing he hasn't done, and that's been undisputed. He's won 2 gold medals, he's won belts in 3 divisions, but he has never been undisputed. And he's got a shot now because Devin's got all those belts. Remember, Devin has all those belts at 135. So I think Tank is going to stay at 135. Um, I'm picking Haney to win that fight. I just I just know what I see, and I see Lomachenko not looking great in his last few fights. He's getting older. He's had injuries. Sure, he was rusty in his last fight, and Ortiz is a tough fighter. So I still think Lomachenko is great, and he can still have a great performance. But I think Devin Haney is getting better and better and better. I think Haney's going to win this fight. So you've got at 135, you've got Haney, you've got Tank, you've got Shakur, you've got Frank Martin, you've got Keyshawn Davis. Those two are young guys, and I love Keyshawn Davis. But just those guys right there, and there's more, but just those guys right there, there's a lot of talent. And I'm from Jersey, so I love Shakur. So, but tonight was Tank Davis's night, and he made it look easy. He made it look easy. This was one. This was his biggest fight financially, and he made it easy. So the fight wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be, and I think Tank figured him out pretty early. And Tank, I don't think. Well, I think he does. I think he gets the credit that he deserves. When he fought Isaac Cruz, he showed a lot in that fight. He hurt his hand. He hurt his right hand. He might have hurt it throwing an uppercut, but he showed his boxing skills in that fight. The guy's just a complete fighter. He can come in and bang. He can box. He can counter punch. He can brawl. He can do everything in the ring, and he's got more than one plan. So, what can you say about Tank Davis? This was a great night for him. So, I don't do these lives often. Um, I don't really know. I don't know how to let people in or anything, but it's late. It's the East Coast. My wife is asleep. Everybody's asleep in here. I don't even know what time it is. 1 o'clock in the morning. But boxing fans get up for these fights, and it's late. I know my eyes are red. That's why I put this black and white, because my eyes are red, because I'm ready for bed. But it was exciting. It was an exciting night, and Teach, salute. There you go. What's up, Teach? Salute to you. Oh, you know what? It's StreamYard. See, StreamYard is how you can bring people in, not YouTube, I think. So I'm still learning this. I'm still learning this technology. Yeah, Teach. So um, yeah, it was a fun night, and there's really when you're a fight fan, there's nothing like a big fight, and when you wake up in the morning. I woke up and I was excited, and I worked out this morning because I was pumped, because I knew tonight it was a big fight, and I thought I knew what would happen, but you never know what's going to happen. But when you know there's a big fight, um, there's just an excitement as a boxing fan, and you can't wait for the fight to start. And I will give Showtime credit. Well, thank you, David Morrell, for the first round knockout. That fight started. I think it started around 11:15, which nowadays is great for a pay-per-view, because usually those things start anywhere from midnight to 1 a.m., which is ridiculous. So, David Morrell, thank you for that one round knockout. And David Morrell, by the way, whew, 168, man, him and Benavides and Canelo, there's some There's some guys at 168 that I want to see. But yeah, this was a great night. There's nothing like a big fight to get you pumped, and I'm gonna be excited on May 20th. I'm going with Devin. I think Devin's gonna win the fight. You can never count out these great fighters, and Lomachenko's a great fighter. You can't count him out, but he's just undersized, and Devin Haney has said it himself. It's the first time Loma's been an underdog, and Devin is bigger, stronger, faster, younger. He's got everything going for him. Loma has the experience. This old king, young king versus old king. So Loma's got the experience. Will the experience help him? They have to fight the fight. We have to see. So I see. And this guy, let me see. Right there, Tyson. Tyson was at the fight tonight. It was good to see him. Um, we shall see. Very true. We shall see. Because you just never know. You never know what's going to happen. But I like Haney. I think Haney is getting better. You know, Haney took advantage of his opportunity. He didn't have to collect the belts one by one. Cambosa's got the belts from Teofimo, and Devin Haney took advantage of it. So you can't fault Devin for that. And now Lomachenko is hoping to do the same thing so he can fulfill his dream that is propelling him forward to become undisputed. And I'll tell you this, um, as much as I think Haney is going to win that fight, if Lomachenko were to pull off a victory, he would have to come up with a hell of a fight to do it. So if he were to win that fight, if he does win that fight, then we're in for a hell of a night because I just don't see it. But look, upsets happen in boxing all the time. You have to fight the fights. So um, I'm looking forward to that. Um, there's some other fights coming up. Fulton in a way, a monster. I think that's in July. So, ah, sounds like the post-fight press conference just came on. But yeah, May 20th. Just it's gonna be a. I think it's gonna be a great night for Haney. But again, Lomachenko's a great fighter, and again, Lomachenko has a resume. Tank Davis had a resume. Tank Davis has been in many world title fights on the big stage many times. Ryan Garcia was an interim world champion. Was he ready? I don't know. Did Oscar cash out? I don't know. Are the rumors true that Garcia really doesn't have a passion? I mean, I've heard some inside boxing people say that Garcia doesn't even like boxing, which I can't believe that he doesn't like boxing. But really, what they were trying to say is he really doesn't have the heart for it. But there's rumors about everyone. Garcia did take time off because of some mental health issues. So um, it is what it is. But tonight again, I'm rambling. I'm gonna stop rambling. Tank Davis. Well, the title of my show was The Ring Tells the Truth. And the ring told the truth tonight. Tank Davis was the only great fighter in the ring. Everything Tank Davis said about Ryan Garcia was true. Tank Davis, I can't say he's still the champ because there was no title on the line, but he's still unbeaten. He's one of the faces of boxing. And for him, it was a great night.